Hi everyone, I'm here again with the orchid tips. Let me just show you my Phalaenopsis orchids. They started to bloom on month of December, and now they are fully bloomed, and I never had a bud blast. Bud blast means the blooms or the flower just suddenly drop or becoming yellow and just fall off by itself. Well, I have a tips for that, and I'm not sure if you would believe me or not, but this I have been doing and it works. So the secret for the to prevent bud blast is, well, first if we are watering our orchids, we don't put any fertilizer. The only thing I'm doing is just watering them with a sterile water. Yeah, like as I said, I've been using sterile water for that. So that is what I've been using, and the tricks is to put the sterile water in a small cup and put it at the orchid roots. Just let me just show you, just one moment. Hello again. Yes, so let me just show you what I'm doing with this sterile water. Because the roots of the orchids are really sensitive, and when they have root shock. When they have flowers, the flowers will be wilted, and they become yellow and they will fall off. So that is what I'm doing right now. You see, let me show you. So when my orchids are blooming, this is what I've been doing. I'm just putting the sterile water here, and then I will just leave it like this. See, and the orchids from the bottom will suck the sterile water up to the top. That is how I water my phalaenopsis or any orchids that I have when they are in bloom, because they need also they need water. And please don't fertilize your orchids when they are blooming, because it disturbs the roots as well, especially when the orchid roots, when the fertilizer are too strong for the roots, and the roots are really sensitive, and so we have to be careful. You can use regular tap water, but this is what I've been doing. See, I just leave it like that, and the orchids will, the bottom orchid roots will suck up the water. And yeah, I could see it's slowly turning green. And now, if you use the tap water, please make sure it's a room temperature, not a cold one, because the roots will doesn't like cold water, and so they call it root shock. So because I always say sensitive roots, because that is true. That is what I've been observing for like 10 years now, that I have phalaenopsis orchids or other orchids that I have. As you can see, the blooms of my orchids are still intact, and I will show you. You see those? Look at that. There we go. These are the buds and that are still growing. And that is what I've been doing when I have my orchids are in bloom. For sure, you can also search in YouTube or in the internet what other people are doing. They have lots of tips regarding the bad blast of orchids bloom, like temperature change, or fungal bacteria. Those includes as well. It contributes of bad blasts, but what I could contribute to my fellow orchid lovers is try use sterile water if you have. Or what you can do with the tap water is put it in a container and let it sit overnight or 24 hours so that the chlorine will evaporate, and then you can use it as to water your orchids. But make sure it's a room temperature. Even rainwater is good. It's totally excellent for watering our orchids. Rain, and one time I did experiment as well with the snow. I collected lots of snow, let them what do you say that melt, and yeah, I let it sit for 24 hours and make sure the temperature it's room temperature again. I have to insist the room temperature of water, because orchids are really sensitive, especially when they are blooming. And when you use cold water, you'll for sure 100% you're gonna have bad blast. And that is all I could say and contribute to the orchid lovers. And thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Be safe. Bye bye.